Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand.
赤浜原に缶詰まります。かむろぎかむろぎのみこともちて、すめみよやかむいさなぎのみこと、つくしのいぶかの立ち花の、おどのあぎはらぎ、いそぎはらいたもときになりませる。あらいどの神たちおろこのまがごとつみげられお。あらいたまえ清めたまえとまおすことのよしお。あます神国つ神やおよろずの神たちともに雨の内駒の耳振り立ててぎこしめせとかしこみかしこみもまおす。広く大神守りたまえ先はえたまえ広く大神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえ 감나가라
다마시 하이마세 감나가라 다마시 하이마세.
Great God of light, creating giver of all light,
In accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified, as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, guide and protect us, radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Obrigado, Meishu-sama.
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings.
Makoto. Makoto, the spirit of love and integrity, is the one power that can build a new and better world. Though the world is full of worry and hardship, we can live with peace of mind because we have the staff of love to lean upon. Whatever problems and troubles may arise in life, those who choose pure love as their guiding principle will never be afraid. The key to the solution of all problems, whether they concern an individual, a nation, or the world, is Makoto, love. The lack of administrative ability stems from a lack of love. The shortage of material blessings is caused by a shortage of love. The absence of morality is due to an absence of love. The deterioration of social order is the result of the deterioration of love. Indeed, the basic cause of all distressing problems is an insufficiency of love. Religion, education, and the arts are only skeletal forms without love at their core. Makoto, Makoto. I say to all humanity that the key to solving all problems is love and love alone.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. This evening, I want to share with you the faith experience of Mavedila Pedro Kisanga. She's from the Uiji Johrei Center in Angola. Mavedila Johrei member gives service as a center head at the Uiji Johrei Center. Faith experience that she wishes to share with us pertains to the construction of their training center, putting forth maximum effort in her expressing offerings of gratitude, the channeling of Johrei, and other basic practices of our faith. Mavedila is very committed to the position she holds at her regular job. Last November, discussions were held regarding promotions for employees. To her surprise, as well as that of her family members and subordinates, her name was not on the list of candidates for promotion. She felt distressed and discouraged and wondered about the reasons why she was overlooked. Her husband, also truly disappointed, communicated with the minister, who advised him to express gratitude about the situation and to further dedicate himself to our basic practice of faith. Citing the teachings of Meishu-sama, the minister also added, there is an ancient proverb that says, true self-control lies in bearing that which is unbearable. Another says, always wear a pouch of patience around your neck. Whenever it becomes worn, mend it. One Sunday, the family attended a service, and during his lecture, the minister spoke of the need and importance for all members to participate in the construction of their training center. After the service, there was a flower distribution activity, followed by assistance visits to the homes of non-members in the neighborhoods adjacent to the training center under construction. Mevedila's family members participated in the activity. Although it rained ferociously and everyone got soaking wet, it was evident that everyone was joyous
and elated from the day's efforts. The next day, on Monday, she donated 300 cement blocks for the center's construction. A few days later, she received a call to attend a meeting related to her job. Upon arriving at the meeting, to her surprise, she learned that she had been nominated to the very position she had previously been excluded from. The heads of the province were surprised and stunned by her nomination, wondering whose family line she was associated with and how she had reached these levels. Uniquely, Mevedila is simply the daughter of peasant parents. To express her gratitude to God and Meishu-sama, Mevedila has committed to continuously participate in the construction of their training center. Subsequently, in December of 2021, last year, a member of our church came across a family that was desperately crying in the courtyard of a hospital. Inside the hospital was their relative, a child whose condition was wavering between life and death, requiring the assistance of both tubes and oxygen. Seeing people's despair, as a friend of the family and a Johrei member, he respectfully requests that they accompany him to his house to express gratitude and leave the child's situation in God's hands. There, the member put his hands in his pockets, removed all the money he had at the moment, put it in an envelope, and invite everyone else to do the same. The child's family, even though skeptical, complied with this suggestion and subsequently returned to the hospital. To their amazement, the child, who had been in critical condition, had improved radically and was now enjoying a normal state of health. The next morning, the child was discharged and, due to the pandemic, continued taking medication while at home. Thanks to the blessings provided by God and Meishu-sama, the child is now healthy, ready to go back to playing with friends, and the parents are immensely happy and grateful. Yet another experience that Mevedila had involved the father of a missionary, an inactive male member, now 70 years old, who was seriously suffering from diabetes and other complications. As his health situation worsened last December, his closest relatives, who were extremely distressed, invited other relatives living more distantly to travel to the province of Uiji so as to be closer to him, say farewell words, and await his last breath. On that very day, our missionary, whose father was suffering so dearly, had her luggage prepared to travel to Luanda to give service. Perplexed by her father's condition and confused as what to do, she requests her husband's help. He suggests that she make a donation of gratitude at the altar, giving thanks for her father's purification, and that she then continue on with her travel plans. The next day, the husband went to his father-in-law's house and he found some relatives crying. He prepared an ikebana arrangement, gave Johrei to all who were present, and was able to provide a calm and comforting atmosphere. The next morning, upon returning to his father-in-law's house, he surprisingly found him sitting amongst family members, now all sporting serene faces, reflecting serenity and awe. The man of 70 years of age, that the family had thought would not survive until 2022, was healthy enough to be able to celebrate New Year's Eve with everyone. To thank God and Meishu-sama, the family made a donation of gratitude, and the daughter is actively participating in the construction of their training center. Mevedila learned from each of these experiences that donations offered with love and gratitude have the power to save us from the challenging difficulties we all are faced with. Their commitment is to remain firm in the realization of the ideals of Meishu-sama. Mevedila is very thankful to God, Meishu-sama, and her ancestors for the permission she has received to dedicate herself in this great work of construction of paradise on earth and the salvation of humanity. Thank you very much for attending this evening service, for listening to this powerful faith experience. Tomorrow is our ritual monthly appreciation service at 11 a.m. Want to invite you to come in person and to attend also our service online through our YouTube channel, Miroku TV, and our Facebook channel. We are going to have the Hatsuike ceremony, the first flower of the year. It's a very special event. So I want to really encourage you to participate. It will be powerful and beautiful as well. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed evening.